So, hello everyone to the second round. Let's check what's going on. Yesterday was very interesting round with one decisive game, but in the end the day was quite interesting. Ivanchuk was winning. I just met him before coming to the playing hall, and he had some issue with the phone, and I asked him about yesterday game. We can check it. So here, let's find it. So he said that in this position, so all was okay. Yeah, he said that here it was like equal. Yeah, he said bishop d4, like a playable position. But then white Gorobov played this, took, sacrifice a piece, and here Ivanchuk was playing really well. Queen e1 was very strong, rook c7, and here he said that he forgot that he can repeat the moves, rook e7. But how is he repeating the moves? So hang on. Trying to check. He said that he could have repeated the moves. Ah, queen g4. Yes, yes. King f1. And then he will have like more time later, which would be a crucial. This was like 35th move, which, yeah, it's of course it's important that you get closer to the last move, so till the time control. So queen g4, yeah, queen g4, and then he said, yeah, rook e7 was just unnecessary. 96, and now instead of 96 he said bishop g7. That is just wins, which is correct. f5 is coming and you are stuck. If you play rook d2, rook c4, you're dropping the rook. So f5 is coming. After f5 there is some small play around for white, but how he played, it was just here he said queen b7, just winning, which is also correct. So many, yeah, missed opportunities from his side, but yeah, sometimes it happens. Nothing goes your way. So the game was drawn. Other games, so Brkic in the end made a draw. He was actually playing well, but never. Okay, it was close. It was actually tough to win. Kozul is known that he's very good in defending this type of games, so it was just a draw. Well defended position by Kozul, and so Kolov and others, we just checked, and Niemann, yeah, it was like a model game. King coming closer, and suddenly many passive spots. So let's check how they are doing today. Stevic is playing against Niemann, Ivanchuk Mutilev, Kozul Korobov, Selčić Brkic, Chaparino Sokolov. So let's check how the games are going. So e4, c6. Stevic is very skillful. Sometimes he plays some sidelines, but against Kero, actually Stevic is very solid. He doesn't play for like super sharp chess. He just maneuvers very well in end games, very talented. So here sometimes he chooses also some crap, but it can be tricky for people who underestimate his openings, like he once did, I think, like against by kids, that he just got a pawn after this like opening, which is completely without a venom. Okay, so he plays this d3, so Niemann actually plays with left hand. I think righty moves with right hand. So here he just took and plays c6. Knight e7. Very stable for black. Not much is happening at the moment. Stevic is playing some reverse King's Indian. What would happen if after d3 black took? Yeah, then is the idea to play c3, king c2, equal position, but not the one you want to play against Stevic, because he's very solid. Once again, I'm speaking in English because of the tournament is international. After the tournament is finished, I will move on with my commentaries on my channel and games on Croatian language. So guys, excuse me. Just a sec. I need to do something. Mr. Jankovic, how do you do? I'm not bad, actually. It's interesting. So how like Croatia is, and like the former Yugoslavia. So there was European individual in Vrnjačka Banja in March, won by Sorana. Then Zagreb Grand Chess Tour with Magnus and all those top players. Magnus scored, I think, in Blitz like 9 wins in a row, which is like really memorable. Then we had Budva, European teams. We just finished, successful for Serbia and Bulgaria, and now Tournament of Peace. Yeah, with very interesting faces and players. And then we will have European Rapid and Blitz in December. So I'm good. So many activities. It's nice the chess is coming back, gaining some attention. So let's see what. No worries, guys. I see that you can take some fun, but as I said, here it's not like super massive tournament, so not so many games. There are a lot of space for some stories and questions about top level chess. As you could see, I was doing commentary with Magnus twice in Budva for like half an hour. So yeah, you can ask me about something connected with top players. Pity that I couldn't have this possibility when I was a kid. If someone would tell me at that time that I will hang on with Vishiana and driving with him like 1 hour in a car, discussing his matches, also with Vasily Ivanchuk, all other legends. I was sitting with Alexei Shirov in Budva, so it's always nice. Ivan Sokolov as well, world top player. Okay, once again, I was mentioning here about Stevic style. Yeah, the point is that I won't comment all the time, but just provide you some important details. I'm trying to get you the camera from the playing hall. This will be like an upgrade. So maybe in the next days you will get also camera from the playing hall, which I think will be like a good thing. So let's move on. Let's check the position. Yeah, regarding these cameras things, of course sometimes just focusing on one board can be okay, but I know that you also would love to have like big view to see how players are moving, strolling around the playing hall, which is also quite cool to follow. But since the thing is, we are trying to here we have delay of 15 minutes according to the situation, which is normal, but I need to also delay the camera, and we are now searching for the way. My technicians, I don't have resources like in European Rapid and Blitz. I'm trying to somehow to get this done, and then you will get a camera from the playing hall, because camera with the moves and camera without playing hall delayed altogether, it's not ideal. We will see. So regarding the opening, so it was c6, and this is reverse. This can actually, I know, also be played this way, and then black play g6, and you will get the same position. I don't know, let's say castles, e5, knight e5, knight e7, and you will get like more or less the same position. Yeah, so castles, a4, knight f6. Okay, Stevic knows what to do here, so he will find a way. This one is more interesting, because as I said, I was chatting with Vasily. He has some mobile phone issues, couldn't make calls, so he gave me his phone, which is like respectful, because yeah, that means he trusts. I asked, is it like locked? He said, no worries. Yeah, of course, I would never even think about doing anything not actually not right in that situation. So I don't ask, I don't mind. Sometimes I'm sitting with like some top guys, and for example, I was sitting with Luka Modric, and at some stage it was like one-on-one, because okay, we were chatting, and he was approached with so many like people bringing balls, football jerseys, can you sign, and so on, but I didn't even want to take a selfie, just to show that I respect and I'm not here for exploiting. That same goes with Vasily. Great guy, great player. He was once he was like, yeah, before he was really top. So c4, c6, d5. Actually, Vasily won this tournament 2019. I would bet to that. I think 2018 was won. Who won it? I know that Adiban won it 1 year. Ivanchuk then 2020 maybe. Not sure. I need to check it. I don't know by heart. So Vasily is playing this line. Alexander Motilov has lost a bet, and he has here colored. I don't know which bet was it, but he was very strong before. Now coaching in Romania, he's on Romanian list. So Slav defense, bishop e2. Point of this this move is that after dc4 you don't need to take. When your bishop is here, then you are provoked, but here you can execute this maneuver. Yeah, a4. This was played many times. I did play it. I saw it from Cvitan, Grandmaster Cvitan, like maybe 7-8 years ago, and then people are playing this. So after the DC, the point is to play knight d2 and then take with the knight on c4. b6, cd, ed. Strange. Rook e8 was interesting, so waiting move, but probably useful. He wants to go e5 at some stage, or dc and e5, or he after c5 wants to retreat the bishop to f8, which is like normal. So this interesting idea. So he wants to exchange the dark space bishops, so probably this will be a follow-up. And now he will try somehow to be able to play b4 or just put pressure on c6. Let's move to next game. We have Kozul Korobov. Actually, this position, I would say, like this, could be easily from Kozul against Korobov. But now that was from Ivanchuk against Motilov, or Motilov, how they say. So bishop e2. I need to place my so that it doesn't move the screen. Okay, so let's check this one. d4, d5. Queen e2. This is all known. Yeah, knight e2. I think this all is theory. Yeah, knight e2 played in 5 games. cd, knight b4, queen b4, rook d4, rook c8, queen e2, and now Korobov is thinking. Kozul is still in the book. I think there was a game, Malachov in Arkhiev, when we were in Arkhiev. I think Malachov has blundered some trick, and then his bishop f7 was like winning move. Queen e2. Yeah, slightly better for white, but still black is quite fine. I'm always repeating that two knights are better than better defending than knight and a bishop. And Zelčić against Brkić. Brkić surprised Zelčić with e6. Usually Brkić plays d6. Neither of here e6 was played, and Brkić opted for. Okay, here knight c6 is of course possible. Brkić was ready to play this, and after knight b5, Brkić played this sideline. And when usually people play this, this is like a main move, but Zelčić played bishop d3. And king d7, bishop d7, and now we have like opposite colors bishops, which looks that this will be a draw. And we have last game is Cheparinov against Sokolov. Sokolov is long time, not much, but he is because he likes to be a bit late. Sokolov is usually a bit late, at least 10 minutes. This is his routine. And then he comes into the playing hall. So here there was this famous story of Sokolov when he was playing against Vishan, and I told this story so many times, but I will repeat once again. So Bosna club was playing against French club. Bosna was at that European champion. Kasparov was playing, I don't know, maybe Bareev, Movsesyan, who was playing at Kožul. But Sokolov was board number 2, and actually he was going out a bit before the last match, because I think it was like a chaos system. They're playing against French club from Paris now, and first board was Lothier. Actually, he had positive result, or I think solid result, with Kasparov, which is like huge thing at that time. And Sokolov was second board, and so on and so on. And they were playing, and somehow Kasparov was thinking that Sokolov's game is critical in that match, and he invited him through Zuravas Maprashvili, now current European Chess Union president, that he gets him into the room. With Kasparov was at that time Dohoyan, who was his second, and Ivan came. Ivan was surprised, so Zurav called him, "Boss is calling." He said, "Really? Now?" Yeah, boss is calling. Why should I come now? Are you sure? I'm like, yeah, I'm not ready to come. I'm not ready to come. I was a bit intoxicated. No, just come. He said, okay, but listen, yeah, I need to get some drink or something. And then he said, okay, so come in and somehow you will survive. And then Gary was sitting and said, come in. And Ivan said, give me some coffee. Okay, Yuri, give him some coffee. Yuri, coffee. Then he got some coffee, and then he was asked, what will you play? Tomorrow you're playing against Anand. This is critical point of that match. There are big chances that they push that critical board, what you want to play. And then Ivan was a bit like in a strange mood at 4 a.m., a bit intoxicated, and he said, I will play Brer. Okay, and he started showing him the moves, like let's say this, and after c3, d6, h3, instead of this instead of knight b, so d6, h3 instead of knight b8, he played rook e8, and then Kasparov said, hang on, this is Zaitsev. And Ivan said, okay, Gary, if you want, I can play Zaitsev as well. You're drunk, and play open Spanish, you moron. And actually he went out and tomorrow played open Spanish and won against Anand with black. So it was like, I'm playing Brer, then he made, instead of knight b8, the main move of Brer, he played rook e8, and Kasparov said, Yuri, but this is Zaitsev. And Ivan said, okay, I can play Zaitsev if you insist. So I'm always laughing when I see him playing this Rui Lopez, where he's an expert. And also there was this story that our Jan was saying, like me, how I was afraid of all. As a kid, you learn first martial attack, and then you are like so happy with this opening, which is going this way, and actually it's not so hard to memorize all those moves which sound logical. And but the thing is, you start to play martial, and then people are playing instead of c3, they start to play a4, and then you're not sure what to do, to abandon, to allow, to push, allowing this square, and you got confused completely, and then all those experienced players are starting to push against you. Also, there is a trick in bullet. People are, this was shown by Nigel Short, that people are sometimes in bullet pre-moving or immediately knight e5, so they just take here and then knight e5. After d5 they take and then immediately play knight e5. But then there is this trick which is actually sort of sound line, since after knight e5 you just take the knight. This is like pre-move bullet trick which is exists on internet. So Motilev was wrong that there is a mate, checkmate. I don't see it. Let's see. Let's see, what are you talking about? So we checkmate in Motilev game. Who? I don't see. Who? I don't get it. Who didn't give checkmate? In the chat I got a comment, but I may be mistaken. Molly? I don't know. This one is normal. Here not much have changed. This one, yeah. Ah, maybe someone was thinking here that there is a checkmate. Queen e1, bishop f1. Yeah, and no point to give a... Okay, yeah. Yeah, Kurobo is a very good player. And let's say, like, I don't know, like 10 years ago, I remember how he was playing with white. Greenfeld's h4. I played with him twice, lost. Once I was better, I was actually pushing for a win, but then I lost. But when you play against that type of opponents, it's quite challenging. And let's check. So Zelcic, not much has happened. Korobov, Cheparinov. Yeah, so we have this. A3. Yeah, it's interesting. Also, it's interesting that, so this e4 he will take on e4, probably with the bishop. This is actually a little bit strange that Cheparinov is playing e4. Okay, yesterday he played c4, but he's also playing d4, e4, and so on. Yeah, hopefully we will have some time to hang on. Yeah, hopefully we will make this this camera from the playing call working. I can check if it has something. Let's stick to one game. Which game to stick? Maybe I know what is the reason, probably because of some, well, I don't know, it can be a reason, but I'm using now better internet. Is this connected? Who knows? So stage Niemann, okay, getting serious. Jankovic Motilev still, yeah. Yeah, so guys, you can ask me, I can jump into the chat if you have any question regarding some positions. Use this possibility. So, c4, what to do? I can move my bishop. This can be an option. Probably rook c8 we follow. Maybe knight c5. dc, bishop e4. Yeah, bishop a2 played. Interesting. So what's this Vasily doing? Preparing b4. But why queen b1? He wants to have control of this as well. Yeah, Motilev has a good position. Okay, this one is getting super fast. A6, allowing A6 from black. So if I take here, you take here, takes rook c8, ed. No, I cannot. I first need to defend. Okay, slightly better for white. Slight. It is. So I don't believe that he will go for it. So if he takes me with 7, bishop a6. Yeah. Stevic. Okay, what happened here? Yeah, equal position. Yeah, so I will go for a break, then I will check if it's possible to get the camera from the playing hall.